I'm feeling brave. That's not good. Hi, I'm Darren, an untrained amateur who's determined to save one of the last of these classic cars. This is Roy, a 45-year-old 2.8 litre Vauxhall Royale coupe. When I owned one 30 years ago, they were rare. Now they're unknown. This is one of the last of its kind, and I'm going to rescue it and relive my youth. Follow the rebuild, watch this legend come back to life. Yes! Oh yes! Right. That's 2,000 revs. We keep it there now for 20 minutes. It's got 4 bar of oil pressure. That's incredible. Why am I shouting? That's 4 bar of oil pressure. That is absolutely lovely. It's 3.5. That's way better than the old engine. And it sounds smoother. Whoa, we've got ATF everywhere. Whoa. Okay, we have got automatic transmission fluid all over the deck. It is being out. Right, I thought it was all going too well. See if we can see why it's leaking. Yeah, I think we've got a bad pipe. Let's see if we can see where it's coming out. Yep. Okay, we've got a fracture in the cooling pipe. Fortunately, it's fixable, because even though it's a steel pipe, we can cut it and put a bit of rubber in its place. We just got to be able to get to it. That started beautifully. It's never started like that. Well, I can't say it's never started like that. This is not it. This is a different it. Now, we've got to try and get in there and cut that. How are we going to cut it? So what I could do with a little tiny brake pipe cutter, and I ain't got one. I wonder if Halfords have got one. Quite. You just couldn't talk to the internet, because if I can get a brake pipe cutter easy, that will help. Ah, look at that. Tool station. Got exactly what I need to do it. A little tiny imp.
cutter. I'd rather do it like that because using a hacksaw, I risk putting swarf into it. Back shortly. I'm back. So that is a little tube cutter. It'll cut down to 3mm, which is ideal, because what we can do is get it in there and just cut the pipe and cut out the bad bit. And there's no problem with that, I don't think, because further down the pipe we've got rubber anyway. We've got, you know, we've got rubber tube connecting these pipes to the pipes on the gearbox, so it's not like there's a problem with that. I thought I felt this pipe give a bit when I was fitting it to the radiator. It's gone on the bend. Of course, now we've got an oil slick on the garage floor. Keep meaning to get a bag of cat litter, but then somebody might think I like cats. There we go. There it is. Look, it's gone right there. So what we can do is do another cut up here on that straight bit. Yeah, doing that without that would have been an absolute nightmare. Taken 5 times as long and probably put swarf in the trans pipes. So there's exactly the same bit of pipe connecting back at the gearbox anyway, so I don't see this being a problem at all. Mind you, it also tells us the pump's running all right on the trans. Okay. Before we fire it up again, let's just have a quick clear up so that we can see what was leaking and what is leaking. Well, I can definitely say I'm feeling smug about my decision to paint the garage floor. Right, where were we? Now I know it's running all right. There's a trick up this car's sleeve that I can take advantage of. And that is that strange vacuum thing that advances, or that revs it up. Because if I take the vacuum off that, shouldn't have taken it off the car end. That was a bit stupid. Okay, with that vacuum disconnected, I'll just plug it just so we don't have a vacuum leak. That will now rev the car to 2000 revs. So we should be able to have it at 2000 revs for 20 minutes and see what it does. Let's stick it in park. Slightly under 2000.
See, I'm paranoid about it now. I can't tell whether that is the right level of pressure or not. But when I think about it logically, it's fine, because if it was too much, it would blow the radiator cap. Sounds very different. Sounds more like a straight 6 ultrasound. That's not good. That sounds like overheating. If my sensor's to be checked, it's hot, but it's not that hot. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I think it's pressurizing. Blowing out that top hose, but again, is it because it's hot, or is it pressurized, or is it, I don't bloody know. I do not know. Could just be that clamp. Is it pressurizing? That's what I don't know. Is it pressurizing with combustion gas? Or is it just hot? This is where having a reliable temperature sensor would be nice. I'm tempted to take it for a drive and see what explodes. Let's see if getting some airflow through it will. Oil pressure's good. I mean, that's how it should feel. It feels lovely. Nothing bad coming out the back. Temperature's coming down a bit. Might just have been hot because there was no airflow. Temperature's coming down. This is how it should drive. It feels good.
gearbox is changing all right. If anything, the idle's a bit low. That's how it should take off. We've still got that cough on the carburettor. Okay, that accelerator cable is still a bit short. Oil pressure's good. It's running a bit hot. Yeah, I don't know there whether that's just a cooling system that's a bit hot. Might have an airlock in it for all I know. Or is it pressurising from the cylinders? I mean, it doesn't drive like it's got a blown head gasket. That's the best it's ever driven. Ever. Trouble is, of course, I'm going at this with dodgy data because of that bad temperature sensor. I can't trust it. Right, so basically where we are is I don't know whether the pressure I'm feeling in the radiator hoses is me being paranoid, a combination of me being paranoid, the car being run at 2,000 revs in a garage and with no airflow and a weak clip, or is the cylinders pressurising. So the best thing we can do is compression test it, which I seem to remember is how all this nonsense started in the first place. But actually it wouldn't be a bad idea to get a set of baseline readings anyway, and it's nice and hot, so that's 6 ugger-duggers. Ah, yeah, that's better. 40, 30, it's 125. Each one of those ticks is 5. That's more like Derek told me I should be getting. The other one was way too high where it was full of carbon. But the critical thing is that they are the same. And of course the rings aren't bedded yet. It's 135. $130. $135. $140.
145. One's a bit low for my liking. Let's do it again.
Totally different result, 150. $140. They're all fine. They're all ranging within 10 psi of each other, which is within 10%, which is fine. And the rings are fresh. Okay, water level's okay. Okay, I think we go for a drive. It's cooled down a bit now, so we'll get a more reasonable look at what it does. Oh, that's great. It's no good. This car's got to go. It hasn't got any cup holders. Gaffer tape fixes everything. Right. I think I've bodged up the temperature sensor enough that it'll tell me roughly what's going on. Zero the trip counter. Set the clock. So what we want to know is, are we losing water or out like that? What does the oil pressure look like? Let's check legalities. Oh, hang on. Something wrong with that indicator. Abort. Repairs completed. And I've even wiped the windscreen to take some of the dust off. Right. So temperatures in the blue. Oil pressure, great, 3 bar. So temperatures on a quarter. We want to see it rise to about a half and stay there. I did incidentally check by waving a piece of paper at the radiator that the fan was sucking and not blowing, because I thought for a minute, have I put the fan on the wrong way round? Whoa! Are we feeling brave? I'm feeling brave. Top gear! Oil pressure good. So I was sitting there happily chatting to you, and of course the camera must have died. So I don't know how much of that you got. Basically, it was running all right. I stopped at Aldi's to do some shopping and buy a lolly because it's hot, which are now going to melt, so I'm going to have to eat all three of them. So, seems all right. It's not blown any water or anything anywhere. Let's just see if we've opaled all over the car park. You know, oil puddles everywhere left. Oh, for God's sake. No, we haven't opaled at all. That's good. Well, let's take a gentle run back. We'll do a bit of town driving now. Ooh, that's not good. Brilliant. And we've got no tools with us because we're idiots. Sounds like fuel starvation. Let's do a bit of faith healing. We're on phone cam now because that GoPro is just the most unreliable thing. I was quite lucky. I didn't think I had any tools with me, but I did actually have one screwdriver and a 10mm spanner in the boot, and that was precisely what I needed. Basically what had happened, the filter had already gunged up, so this has been a useful shakedown drive, assuming we get back all right, because it's kind of told me two things. For a start, we're not spraying water everywhere. We don't appear to be overpressuring. We'll see when we get back whether we've lost any water. We weren't leaving any puddles behind, which is good, but it has told me the next two jobs. Next two jobs are absolutely definitely a brake fluid change, and the tank has got to come out and get cleaned, because yeah, if you can't go 10 miles without gunging up the fuel filter, does sound a bit bubbly. Does sound bubbly, but it's not getting too hot. Need to see if we're getting any pressure out of it when it's stone cold. Yeah, so anyway, that's it for today. Roy moves. Drives better than it has done before. I think
the engine's okay. Just a tiny touch concerned it's pressurising the cooling system a bit. But then again, my evidence for that is hoses feel pressurised, which they would when they're hot, and it's making bubbling type noises. So compressions look alright, it's driving alright. I think what we need to ascertain when it's cold, has it used any water? What does the oil look like? You know, it's standard stuff, you know, it's temperatures and pressures, isn't it? Oil pressure's great. Temperatures have been sitting in the right place, it's not been overheating. We have got gungy fuel, but we knew that anyway. And that progression circuit on the carburettor is very boring, the way it coughs like that. So we kind of got a watching brief on the engine as it runs in. We got a brake fluid change it desperately needs, and the tank needs to drop and get cleaned out, and it might just be worth, for the amount of time it will take, just whacking that Weber carburettor back on it and seeing how it behaves. Now we've got an engine with decent compressions. Which carburettor is it happier with? One or the other? Now that's not good. That is hot. That is pressure. That's just blown a hose. That's not good. Okay, that's that bad thermostat housing that we already knew about. Fine, we can live with that. We've got a replacement coming for that. So yeah, cooling system problems now. Of course, the trouble with a pressurised system like this is whenever there's a leak, like there is there, it boils the coolant. Because normally the coolant is kept from boiling by the pressure. The pressure increases and that raises the boiling point of the coolant. So that is hissing steam like that because of the leak. We already knew that that housing was leaking anyway. That's fine. I've got a new one coming. We can cope with that. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Join me next time on rescuing Roy. I'm not sure which bit of Roy we're going to rescue. But it feels like we have gone forward today, even though we have ended up in a sauna bath at the end. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Like, subscribe, share. See you later.